Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Bible Playcast. I'm Justin,
I have a cookie in my mouth.
and second recording because the Wi-Fi stopped working. OBS just started freaking out, and I had to restart it again.
Yeah,
we missed
everything
the
was just like, nope.
we missed the. So I was talking about earlier how I had to go to the grocery store. I was getting
Yeah,
super angry. There's an episode in the forest where I got angry for no
yeah.
reason.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Yeah. Oh no, you just like cut out for a split second,
Oh,
but
sorry
it's
about
fine.
that. Yeah, no, I think it's OBS still being weird. So if it's an issue, I'll
Yeah,
go back and I'll mess with the settings. But I can't stand people who just go into the store and just park right in the middle of the aisle. I understand it's not a big aisle, but
yeah,
at least move your shopping cart out of the way when other people are trying to get through. And bring a list. If you're gonna, cause
yeah.
the grocery store is a place where you go and get out. I've already told Robert that I speed run shopping. No one likes to no one likes to shop with me because I go in and I get out. Go in, get
Yeah.
out, get whatever I need, and get out. I don't have to deal with all this other BS going on with some person just looking at comparing two things together. You're comparing the grocery store brand and you're comparing the name brand. I was like, they're the same thing. Just grab it, okay? I don't care. It's gonna go in my stomach, anyways. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
I want to go. Just and you make a list for your mom when she go gets you stuff, right? Because you're not really in position to be going out and about as of right now.
Generally, I will if I feel like up to it. Like if I'm not lazy.
Yeah,
But normally I'll just be like, oh, get me this, and I'll tell her.
yeah.
And it's usually like five things.
Yeah. So I try to make a list. My mom gives me a list,
Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, dang, because sometimes I
Oh,
can't
I
read
knew that
her.
was coming.
Sometimes I can't read her handwriting.
Yeah.
So it's just I make fun of it too. Like she'll put applesauce, and I'm like, bottle of Albersource, Celtron, Run Flakes. She's like cereal. Oh, it looks like celery to me. So I thought, whatever, right? And then it had me thinking. Some people walking around, they don't have their mask on properly,
Yeah.
and it infuriates me. And okay, so we're promoting positivity and trying to
But we're about to
welcome.
get super freaking mad right now.
Yeah, but see, there's a difference between me being accepting and I don't have any nonsense. Do not take my kindness for weakness. I don't have time to deal with trolls. I don't have time to deal with stupid people. All right, you're the reason why things are bad. I don't have time for toxic people. Yes, if you come at me with an okay attitude, if you're like, oh hey man, thanks, I will treat you as such. But if you're being a dumbass and you're being an overall shitbag, then I will shut you down real quick. I will not have you come in here and ruin everybody's mood because you want to be an asshole. That's not why they're here. Some of these people work long hours and they just want to relax. All right? Now, if you're like, oh, Justin, well, you're being mean to these people. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying it upsets me. I don't go around telling people to move their fucking shopping cart. I just wish they would just bring a list. That's just me bitching, griping, and stuff. I don't. It's okay. Shop however you want. I'm not gonna tell you how to do your live your life. But if you're gonna go grocery shopping, you should bring a list. And if you're gonna wear your mask, don't wear it over. Wear the full mask. And I was telling Robert earlier the last time when we were recording that there might be I sneezed, but I covered my mouth still, even though I was
Even
wearing
though
a
you have the
mask.
mask on.
Yeah, even though I had the mask. And I was telling Robert how long until we no longer need to wear masks. That people just sneeze and they don't cover their mouth anymore because it's just a habit that they keep wearing their mask.
Yeah.
So there was that. And there are places you can go. Like you go to the mall to window shop. Sometimes you go to the mall and you're just like, that's a place where you can be like, okay, yeah, I'll just wander around. Me and you done that
Yeah,
before.
you can just wander around, look at stuff, and like not even buy anything.
Yeah, and we did it at the GameStop.
I do it all the time because I have no money.
I tried winning that Switch from that vending machine one time.
Oh yeah, you should have won it.
I feel like I sneezed.
It cheated you out.
Yeah,
Whatever.
like it's super not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, when it comes to going to the store, like GameStop is my one thing where I can spend an hour there just looking, and I could just
Yeah.
be looking for whatever. I bought a Mega Buster. Robert bought a Castlevania statue.
Yeah.
I don't remember what of though.
Dracula.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Wait, is it Dracula or Alucard?
Dracula.
Okay, I thought you grabbed
There
something else.
is actually one of Alucard that I want, but it's like $1,000.
And I
And
don't have that kind of money as of this point in
yeah,
time, so it's whatever. But we generally just hang out in the GameStop kind. That's the kind of place where, well, not the one at the mall. The one at the mall is pretty cramped. If you go to one that has his own little store or has his own location, not in the mall, then yeah, you can generally just hang out there. Obviously, not right now. You can't do that. But
yeah.
and I have me thinking. I buy games that I miss, and I was
Speaking
because
of
we're.
mall, real quick, why
Oh,
are food courts still open? Like the eating area,
oh no,
eating area.
I don't know. You would think that would be like a to-go thing, or it's like, oh, here you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't eat that here.
because I told you I went to the mall the other day to get orange chicken. It was horrible, by the way. Um, yeah, I went to go get orange chicken, and like everyone was sitting down eating, and I was like, how does that work? You realize you're supposed to be wearing your mask?
Yeah,
Like
I thought
whatever,
it would
I'm
just be
getting out of
like,
here.
okay, all these meals are strictly to go.
Yeah,
I understand the mall have stores that aren't really around your location, and the more
yeah,
convenient kind of thing. But you would understand like, okay, the food court is not closed. It's just you're gonna have to give everything to go.
yeah.
Get in line, grab your order, get out, eat in your car, get on the
It was so
bus,
weird
get
though.
out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah. So in general, you'll buy stuff that you like. So my favorite game on the 360, I've had quite a few, but the one that I enjoy the most on the 360, not saying it's my favorite game of all time, was Saints Row 2. I missed it. I bought it. I had it before and I bought it again.
yeah.
Now, my favorite series, one of my favorite series, is the Saints Row series, and they just recently remastered and re-updated, some of the graphics for Saints Row the Third, which I do plan on trying to buy again.
Right.
Okay, so another
Oh,
one
that's right. They did
that
do
is
that.
a remaster or an HD remaster. They re-updated it, they changed the graphics, and they added some more extra stuff. That's a remaster.
Right.
Now, they recently announced Mario 3D All Stars. That is a port because people were complaining about the graphics still being the way they looked. Yeah, well, it's a port. I'm not saying I'm mad about it. I'm just saying that that was pretty cool of them. They didn't have to do that, and that's what people want. More people were like, "Oh, they should bring GameCube games to the Switch." Oh yeah, they brought you Super Mario Galaxy. They have Super Mario Sunshine. I have the OG N64 Mario 64,
Yeah, they
on there.
brought you You Are Mr. Gay.
I forgot that says that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, fine, right? And you have Castlevania on the PS4, right?
I have
I have.
Monopoly twice as well.
That's not my fault. That was on you.
I loved it so much, I bought the second version of it.
But I have Bully. That was my favorite game on the PS2. I have it.
Yeah.
So it's fair to say that you'd buy it because you like it, right? You don't matter. Okay, so
Yes.
the remastered, that's Saints Row the Third. That's a remaster. The new one that came out, that's a remaster. A
Mm-hmm.
port is the Mario 3D All Stars. A
Right.
remake would be Yakuza Kiwami. That is a full remake
Yes.
because it is an entirely rebuilt version of the one that came out on the PS2, which unfortunately doesn't have Mark Hamill as Goro Majima. Which, now that I think about it, now that I've played Yakuza, the entire series, hearing it in English sounds weird to me.
It does, and hopefully Yakuza 7 or Like a Dragon is better.
Yeah, when we
Like they have a
established
better
that
idea of.
the name is Like a Dragon in Japan, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's weird. So it's like a dragon, like a dragon.
Yeah, but we're not gonna
It's
call
like
it that.
Resident Evil Biohazard. Since it's Biohazard Japan, it's Biohazard. No, isn't it just Biohazard 7?
Yes.
I think. I'm not too sure.
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Yes.
So there was that, right? Okay, so now the reason why I bring it up is because there have been a lot of people complaining that they're just selling you the same game,
Right. I
and
mean, essentially they are, but it's not exactly the same.
yeah. So
Not all the time, at least.
yeah, okay. So this is a big leap. I played Conquer's Bad
Mm-hmm.
Fur Day on the N64.
Yes.
You had it
On the Xbox.
on the Xbox.
Live and Reloading.
So yeah, that was just a remastered version of the N64, not a remake, right? Well, they may have added some extra stuff, but it's not a full, honest to god remake.
I
Like,
wouldn't say it's a full remake. At least not the Bad Fur Day part of it.
yeah. So Live and Reloaded just added some extra stuff. It's pretty much like
It had
DLC of its time.
multiplayer and it had like extra bits.
So, but you liked it, right? Even like I had it on the N64 and I wanted Live and Reloaded, but I didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
So I and now it's backwards compatible on the 360. I fully intend on trying to find a copy of it. I just don't know how much I'm gonna have to shell out for it. But I have a friend who, for the lulz, has Resident Evil 4 on
On
almost
like everything.
yeah. He's not a friend, like one of the acquaintance, but he was just like, yeah, I have, I have Resident Evil on the PS2, PS3, got it on the PS4, have it on the Switch.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I was like, don't you get tired of it? He's like, well, I like Resident Evil. I don't mind having it on multiple guns. I don't mind having it on the go.
Right.
He's
That's
like,
super convenient and like nice.
he's like, and if the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X decide to do a Resident Evil definitive collection where it comes with all of them, you know what I'm saying? Like Resident Evil 1 didn't have like a remake for the GameCube and an HD remaster of the remake that we have on the PS4.
Right.
That's what you have. Right?
Yes.
Sorry, I got confused. Yes, I mean you don't have a choice but to get that one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm confirming that you have the game.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to do. So, do you have any issue with it? Like, do you
No.
care?
Not really, no. I mean, if it's a game I like enough, then I'll buy it again.
Yeah, like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, remasters or remakes?
I want to say remasters
I feel like
because they just have updated graphics
like they modern
and whatnot.
Yes, so it's pretty much the same game, only a remaster. Yakuza Kiwami
It looks nicer.
and Kiwami 2 remakes.
Yes,
The Prince of Persia.
it's a remake.
You don't like it?
It doesn't look very nice at the moment, but it's in alpha.
Yeah. So at the moment, it's not saying it looks good right now, and people are already like, "Oh God, this guy looks like shit. Look how it looks on the other one. Looks on the Xbox." You say, "Man, it's not done yet."
Now, when it's done, and if it still looks like Dookie, then I'll talk crap.
And then we'll talk. Okay, Scott Pilgrim versus the World Complete Edition, port.
That is a port, yes.
Okay,
I believe.
so but we agree, right?
Yeah.
Now, a port, would that be classified as selling you the same game?
Yeah, essentially. I mean, they're just taking the game from one console, updating it to work on another, more modern console.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 4
Yeah,
port.
Well, is it a port? Does it look slightly better? I don't know. I don't own it.
Okay. It it looks kind of weird on the. I have it on the PS4. It looks kind of. It still looks the same.
HD.
Like Leon's shirt looks more black because I felt like in the earlier one, like the PS3, the PS2 version, it looked blue, but it looks black. Not that I'm complaining, not that I care. Like Skyrim is on every system. It's a meme by this point.
Yeah.
It's a challenge for people to play Skyrim on random stuff. Like that one
I
dude who's
guarantee
playing,
they'll probably bring it to PlayStation 5.
like for free. Like okay, we can't make any more money out of it. Just take it. Because
Oh no,
GTA
they'll
is
still
gonna
probably
be,
try to make more money.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is gonna be free with the PlayStation 5. Like when you in the store. That's what they
Yeah,
said. That's what I
but
heard.
they
We
don't
don't
get the
know.
money from purchases. I mean, it's really from like the marketplace.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress.
Yeah. So those are so if it's a remake of a game that you like, it's essentially your money's worth. Like Kiwami, good game. Uses the Yakuza
Yes.
0 engine. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kiwami 2 uses the Yakuza 6 engine.
Mm-hmm.
Now Yakuza the collection 3, 4, and 5, those are remasters.
Yes.
Okay, and they were on the PS3. Which as of right now, as of this recording, they're not on. I hit my mic, I apologize. They're not on the Xbox One. However, Yakuza 0, Kiwami and Kiwami 2 are on. I think you can get it on Steam, and they're definitely on Xbox One. It was on Game Pass, so there's that, and it's a pretty good
Mm-hmm.
entry. The one person we do plan on doing a playthrough of it, and as of recording, we haven't done it yet. If you're listening to this in the future, hello, hi, how's you doing? How are we
Okay,
doing?
so the original release for Resident Evil 4, and I know we're like past that already, but I
Okay,
looked it up. The original release was on GameCube, and the PS2 release was a port. The PC release was also a port. Like everything that came after GameCube is essentially a port. I mean, everything that came after the GameCube. Is that what I said? I lost track.
yes,
Yeah, anything after the GameCube release is essentially a port.
up until now, right?
Up until now, yeah.
Yeah, there were talks about doing it because now Resident Evil 2 and 3, those are remakes as well.
Yes,
Those are remakes.
more like reimaginings than remakes. I feel like
Um,
reimagining is like a more proper term because they do make some changes,
well, I think it's so they can it follows the
but
storyline.
they do essentially follow like an updated version of the original storyline.
Yeah. Because there was a bunch of issues with it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also before I get we're gonna do the Yakuza playthrough, and we are gonna do the full playthrough. Hopefully, we can get a hold of Like a Dragon. By the in the future, you'll probably know this already.
Yeah.
But as of recording, there is a Twitch streamer. Many people might know him from Achievement Hunter and Rooster Teeth. His name is Ray Navarez Jr., formerly the Brown Man. But Ray Navarez Jr., Twitch.tv. You know, Ray Navarez Jr. If you want to see him, he has a YouTube channel as well. He is a good prime example of someone going in blind and giving it a second chance because he loved it. We're going to do a video on Yakuza as well. But
Mm-hmm.
I love the Yakuza series from the
Yeah.
start. I played all of them. And he was so in love with it that after he did Kiwami 2, he's like, all right, well, here's hoping, they released it on Xbox One. And immediately a few weeks later, I'm not fucking waiting. This game is too good. I bought it on PS4. I got the collection. I got 6. He's like, and I got Judgment. He's like, we may play Fist of the North Star. We may play Dead Souls. But he's like, I
Yeah.
can't wait. So he's playing on the PS4 as of right now. And he's uploaded to his channel. They're pretty much his VODs that he gets from his channel.
Mm-hmm.
So his is a blind playthrough. Ours isn't going to be a blind playthrough. Ours is going to be
Well,
Prima Adventure playthrough.
yeah.
Well,
Because I'll be playing through
for you, it's gonna be Yakuza 0.
Zero and Kiwami,
Kiwami are not gonna be blind. But
and
that's
then
because you're playing it because you have the capture card. So I still
right,
need to get
yeah,
mine. And
and then Kiwami 2 onward is basically
for you,
like
it's
I'm going
blind.
in fresh. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's gonna be crazier for you too because you're gonna be like, oh, because you went to 6 and you played it and you're like, I had no idea who
Yeah.
Akiyama is and stuff. But when we
Jump
play
from
through,
Kiwami to 6.
yeah, when we play 4 and upwards, we'll start doing it again. And I think
Yeah.
I'll have you play through 6 again,
Mm-hmm.
just with a fresh look at it because you'll understand.
It'll all make more sense.
Yeah,
With,
it'll make
like,
a ton of more sense for you, and it's gonna be crazier.
yeah.
So,
Funny enough, though, you talked about how Ray he gave it a second chance.
yeah,
I played Kiwami and I was like, yeah, whatever. This is anything special. And I put it off for a couple months and I went back to it and I was like, all right, I'm in.
yeah. Well, probably because I wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, man, you gotta play Yakuza. You gotta play Yakuza. You're like, man, I don't
That's
wanna.
generally how things go with us. Like, you won't shut up about something and I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, like Persona 5, I wouldn't shut up about. JoJo's, I wouldn't shut up about. Except for Baki. Baki didn't like it, but I kept bringing it up because he couldn't figure out my hat.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. But in
Shut
any
up.
case, so I have, I also have like to bring it up as well. I have Destroy Humans 1 and 2 for the
Mm-hmm.
PS2, PS2 and PS4, and they just remade the first one.
The first one, yep.
So I want to get that as well. I want to play through it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the sequel comes out. I know there's a few other ones. I think this Destroy Humans Path of the Furon,
Yes.
and I think there was one on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Huh. That is odd.
Yeah, they're like spin off titles.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of the Wii, when we're talking about the Wii, I just remembered the Dead Rising chop to you drop that
Oh,
was on the
God.
Wii.
Yeah.
And I thought about it this way. It's been a while Dead Rising was a launch title on the Xbox 360, which came out in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
What if they did a remake of it? I know they shut down the studio that did the Dead Rising games,
Right,
but
but
what if
they
they
can
came
hand it
back to
off to
it
like,
and they brought it up again and they remade Dead Rising, the first one?
yeah.
Because holy shit, the AI sucked.
Oh yeah,
I cannot
definitely.
tell you how bad it sucked.
Up until about like Dead Rising 3, didn't it
Yeah.
start getting
Dead
better?
Rising 2 was pretty good. The AI was fixed as well, but it was kind of slow and kind of stiff.
You
I
want
didn't
to tell
have an
that to
issue with
Aaron?
it. What's up?
You want to tell that to Aaron?
No.
Lose that one like super famous clip where we both love, where he's like, all right, come on, come on, come on, and like the person he's escorting just dies because they weren't moving. Also,
Yeah.
he was kind of a goof, but whatever.
Yeah, but, well, first of all, we don't know Aaron.
Right.
Second of all, as of right now, we've only been doing YouTube for about a week or so, going on two
But
weeks.
still,
So
the
we
AI
don't
is
have
still not
any
that great.
following. However, if this is the future, and I hope we can become friends with the Game Grumps, because
We're gonna happen. I have no
I'm
faith in
pretty
you.
sure Dan is just as handsome in person as he is in the pictures and the videos.
Shut up.
Are you telling me that that's not a handsome piece of man?
I plead the fifth.
And Ethan,
I plead the fifth.
I have to sneeze and I don't want to sneeze into the mic, but I have those crazy, like, Dovahkiin
Earthquake sneeze.
sneezes.
Yeah.
Like I know, like I master the ways of the voice and I blow a hole through a wall. Speaking of Skyrim as well, Skyrim on the Switch.
Yeah, that was ported to everything.
Yeah, that was a port. That was a crazy ass port. But so, do you see the point in doing any? Do you see the point of buying those games? You don't have to buy all of them.
Yeah. Just
Like,
if you care enough and you have the money to spend, go ahead.
yeah, like, like I'd play. I want to play Live and Reloaded again because fuck you.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. So if they do a remaster of Saints Row 1 and 2, and they're like, oh, these are a retelling to fit the canon universe,
Mm-hmm.
I buy it. I
Yeah.
have the three original ones on 360, and you damn well
Mm-hmm.
better know that I'm gonna buy them again.
Yeah, it's like
I
me
don't
with
care. But see, and it's something that people ask for. However, I think what they wanted was they wanted you to take like the 3D, like Borrow Sunshine,
yeah.
remaster it, and then stick it onto the Switch.
Right, which is just extra work.
Yeah, which is I mean,
Especially in a time like this where like it's already hard enough to do what they're doing.
yeah, and a lot of people don't really appreciate the work that's been put into it, like the remasters and everything.
Yeah.
God, did you hear that?
No.
Holy crap, that was loud.
Why'd you hear someone die?
I heard gunshots like an hour ago.
Oh no.
I don't know, but I I fully imagine people, because a lot of people are like, they're selling you the same game. Wake up, sheeple. It's like,
and it's like, yeah, we know.
yeah, we know.
We're gonna buy it.
I'm gonna buy it again.
It's like
Right
me
now,
with
it's just for the
Fable.
meme. Right now, it's like, for me, it's for the meme. Like, I'll buy, like my friend, like, he's like, yeah, I bought Resident Evil 4 on every console.
And like
Just,
me with Fable, if I had an Xbox, I would buy it again.
yeah,
And if they keep remastering it and porting it, I'd still buy it.
yeah. Also, if anybody, yeah, because we talk about going through the Yakuza games. We
Mm-hmm.
definitely do want to get through Dead Souls as well. I just need to get my hands on a PS3, which shouldn't be too hard, and get my hands on Dead Souls, which is like $14, I think, off the GameStop website. That's where I got my 360. So here's hoping I don't get fucked on the website and be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm buying a PS3 off of the thing. So but we do plan on doing it. Dead Souls is
It's a spin-off
three.
title.
It's three in Dead Souls that people are like, yeah, these aren't the hypest. Yakuza Zero is
Yeah.
really good. A lot of people like Yakuza Zero. Yeah, for me, it's Yakuza Zero, Kiwami, 4, 5, Kiwami 2, and then 6. The only reason why, and then 3 at the end of it, because 3 is a pain in the ass to get through. Now the game it's an 11-year-old game at this point in time. As of 2020, it's an 11-year-old game, and they were still trying to figure it out what Yakuza was gonna be. And this is coming off of the the PS2 Yakuza 1 and 2, which they were still kind of still figuring out the game. So that's fine. People block way too much in that game. It is a goddamn nightmare. You get no XP from fighting, in the random battles you get on the street. It's
Yeah.
still a good story. I still fully enjoyed it. Yakuza 4 fixes it. Yakuza 5 does it. Yakuza 0 is a prequel, but it came after 5, I believe, and just really hit the nail on the head. And Kiwami 2. Kiwami was pretty good because it still uses the Yakuza 0 engine. It's not as
Yeah.
eventful as it is in Yakuza 0, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still just as good. Kiwami 2 uses the Yakuza 6 engine, and the
Mm-hmm.
lock on is kind of weird in that one.
Yeah, it's a bit wonky. In
So, and I think
six.
it is in Judgment as well. I think you were telling me that it was the
Yeah,
same way.
yeah. Everything that's in six, in terms of like technical stuff, is kind of still in Judgment. The blocking's weird. They block way too much. The lock on's weird, and the combat feels a bit slow sometimes. But I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
Now, I think there's a if I remember correctly, me and you play differently when we play Yakuza. I know there's
Yeah.
a guard break move that I have that doesn't make it an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't want to backseat you when you play Yakuza 0 cuz
Right.
for some like people who move around way too much, for Majima, I use breaker style, and what
Mm-hmm.
I do is I dash for them uh using X. This is for
Yeah.
PS4. I dash for them using breaker style, and if you have everything fully unlocked and you did the training like all the way through for breaker,
Yeah.
you can, if you have like 2 bars of, I think it's 1 bar of heat, you can dash
Mm-hmm.
forward them and do like a snake coil where you go around their leg and
Right.
drop them
Yes.
immediately. And in thug style, with the one you learned from Mr. Komaki, Master Komaki,
Yeah.
you learn this move where they grab you and you immediately hit circle and you immediately just throw them out of the way. Kiryu has the same thing in brawler style, but that's only if you max out everything. You buy a super fucking expensive move set. I get he's the
Oh
main
yeah. His
character.
moves are. Mm-hmm.
I think it's $1 billion for each of them, and I
Yeah.
think you need 13 billion or 11 billion. I know it's 11 billion for Rush to completely max it out.
Right.
Uh, no,
I
not
mean,
not not 11 billion because I had already maxed out all of the skills except for the last ones. So for me, I needed 11 billion more to fully upgrade it. I think I only
yeah.
needed 13 billion or 9 billion to finish maxing out brawler style.
Oh
I have
my
to
god.
I have to unlock dragon style through the shrine to unlock the blocks on it. Because you take off the locks if you do real estate. It's
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. Same
Yeah.
thing
Kiryu's
with
moves are
Majima.
stupid expensive.
And Majima, you do cabaret,
Yeah.
which Robert had to come in and help me with.
Only slightly.
Yeah, which in return I did the training missions for you because you didn't want to do it. Rush wasn't good. We
Yeah.
were doing share play, and I couldn't do Rush because that was a with the
Yeah.
frame
You
rate that
need
was happening.
precision.
But again, I enjoyed it. I would buy if I got a PlayStation 5, and they're like, "Hey, Yakuza's on PlayStation 5 now." Damn well I'm gonna buy it again.
Yeah.
you know, Unless there's a function where they're like, "Oh, take all your PlayStation 4 games and just download them onto the PlayStation 5, so your library is still there."
I think there
I
might
highly,
be
I
something like that, at
highly
least
doubt
with
it.
select games.
I really, really highly doubt it. I hope it's like since we're now in the day and age where we're in like digital gaming and
Yeah.
stuff, and you know how some stuff is backwards compatible.
Yeah.
What about transferable games that are compatible with the PlayStation 5, where it's like, oh, here are the list of the games that are compatible with the PlayStation 5's download. Like oh, the Yakuza series can be played on the PlayStation 5. Unfortunately, any PS2 on PS4 games cannot be played on the PlayStation 5. Fair, you know, and you're
Yeah.
like it's like Infamous Second Son, a game that cannot be played on the PlayStation 5. That kind of style. I would hope. Oh, in Persona 5, I just realized right now, also a port.
Is it?
Yeah, it was on the PlayStation 3.
Oh. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. And then it took us so long to get Persona 5 at the Royale. Persona 5 something Royale. Oh, I keep hitting my
Casino
desk.
Royale.
So, how long until we get a port of The Last of Us 2? And like a combo pack port from the PS5 for The Last of Us? Since
I
it's,
do expect that to happen, like with the Last of Us 2 at least, because they still need to include multiplayer. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to be until PS5 launches.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's whatever. However, people are still gonna buy it.
Yeah,
So
I'll buy
so
it.
okay, so here's the reason for that. When you're just starting out a console, and I learned this the hard way because we're just starting out our channel. So right now we just have the Playcast and the Forest, which we finished. We finished parentheses. We got the ending.
Yes.
So it was just you know we just have one a little bit. So and we wanted to put something out there for people to watch until we actually start doing the LPs.
Mm-hmm.
First one we're gonna be doing is Yakuza Zero. We're gonna try to finish Zero before October shows up, so we can start doing the Resident Evil series, which Robert says he can 100% no
Yes.
issue speed run Chris
Oops.
Redfield's playthrough. So look forward to
I am not doing Chris Retro playthrough.
that. But the shit, what was I saying? Uh,
Something about Resident Evil.
no, oh no, I forgot. I just,
Oh.
so hold on, give me a second. No, but we do plan on speedrunning the game. It's just that right now the PlayStation 5 doesn't have any. It won't have any games except for the launch titles that it comes out on. When they release it, so it'll be just a few games coming out, and everyone's like, there's no games on the PlayStation 5. Oh, there's no blah 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 on this blah blah blah. Which is why it'd be easier just to port a few games so people would be satiated with the
I'm
whatever.
sure they will.
Which
Like
reminds
the
me, they're also doing their own version. Like, oh, this is the disc one. This has a disc tray. This one is just digital. Which I'm fine with digital. I don't see why there should be any reason to get the disc one.
some people like having the box art.
So I mean, also some people don't have Wi-Fi, so they probably can't get
Yeah, that too.
digital games. But mm, we could do it. When we do the Dead Rising games, it's gonna be a complete skip for Dead Rising 3, since how
It
it's
was
not
on
on.
an Xbox,
Yeah, it was a launch title for the Xbox One
and we don't have an Xbox One
anymore.
anymore.
We've had two Xbox Ones, and my brother-in-law got rid of both of them.
Oh,
They were
okay.
his, so I couldn't really tell him like no.
But he could have had GTA 5. He probably had GTA 5.
He had a disc one. That was on me. I
Aw.
remember the conversation as well when we were trading in games to get more games. I made the pitch.
Yeah.
I have the we can get the digital ones. Like, okay, whatever.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was on my B. So I had a I had a theory on why people would buy like old games. It's because, say for instance, you wanted like me. I want to Conquer's Live and Reloaded to play for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an Xbox. How am I gonna play it? Backwards compatible on the 360. That's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I can see why people are porting anymore. Your GameCube doesn't work anymore. Don't worry about it. Super Mario Sunshine. There's a port for it on the Switch. You can
Yeah.
play it. They're not selling you this. They're selling you the same game, yes, but that's for the people who haven't either played it or missed the game and want to play it again because they love it. That's
Yeah.
why I bought Saints Row 2 again. I love the game. And yes, I'm so glad that I have another Xbox 360. But if they were to port that thing or remaster it for the PlayStation 5, I'm gonna get it again.
It only
Obviously,
makes sense.
for copyright reasons, we won't be playing the Saints Row series. You
We
want to? You just want to turn the
could, but
music off.
someone doesn't. Yeah, it's totally doable.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
It will have to wait until I get some editing software because I cannot. I don't as of right now. I don't think I can get rid of any of the copyrighted music. I mean, we the menu music plays copyrighted music, and I don't think we can do anything about it except for turning down the volume of the music and stuff like that. So it'll be kind of boring driving around with no music on. Which
It'll be
actually, now
fine.
that we talk about it, it's fine. Yeah, it sounds fine. So I have Saints Row 1 and 2 on the 360. Do we have
Mm-hmm.
the third on the? Do you have the third?
Not yet, but I do want to get it.
Okay, we obviously we have four because me and you did like a co-op
Yeah, we did a playthrough
run
before,
through it. We have Get Out of Hell,
and that's super short.
so it won't take us that long. I'm Gat. I already called it.
Okay, I already.
I called it.
I'm the one with capture card.
Oh, no. For now,
I mean, by the time we get to that point, you'll probably have one too.
yeah, it should be in a few weeks. So hopefully that's
Yeah.
okay. Mm,
unless the school screwed you over.
I gotta check with that. Man, financial aid's a pain in the ass to do. I'm still looking for a part time job, but as of right now, it's kind of hard. I got rejected. Did I tell you about that?
Yes.
I rejected for it, and no the other places that call me, and I know I'm supposed to go in person, but it's kind of hard to do it with the
Yeah.
virus. For me to go in person, and here's what they'll tell me. I'll go in person and be like, "Oh yeah, here's a link to our website. Just apply online." Cool, thanks. Cool beans, man.
Yeah.
And it's a pain. Like, do you know that the grocery shop, the HEB,
Mm-hmm.
they want you to record a video of yourself
Okay.
and send in the interview thing, and it's not
Okay.
guaranteed. Like one of my friends did that, and he didn't get in. However, he had 3 years of working at Walmart, Employee of the Month, 3 times in a row,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Nah."
Actually, now that you bring that up, I remember for the insurance job, they had me go in person, and this is before like the whole virus stuff, so it's perfectly fine. It was a hassle because it was far away, but
Oh yeah,
they had me go in
you
person.
live by the airport, right?
Uh, no, the
No, you didn't live by the airport. It was by
no,
the
I
airport.
lived. Yeah. Anyways, had to go all the way to the airport, which is across town. I mean, now it's a little closer, maybe. I don't know. And they had me go in person, and they're like, "All right, here's a computer. You're gonna record your interview, and then you're done." I was like, "Okay." So I'm not gonna speak to anyone. I'm in person. I could have just done this at home.
Yeah,
And
it's
I did
super
it,
weird.
and I ended up getting the job. But I only got the job because they hire a lot during like the holiday season,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I got hired at
and
GameStop after like
yeah,
4 years of trying.
because they're like, yeah, a lot of people quit during the holiday season, so we hire a bunch of people because they're not gonna last. And it was true. I was there, and like everyone kept dropping like flies. Not dead, but they'll
They just,
quit.
yeah, it was quitting.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So, quick story. While I was working at GameStop, I made no fucking money working there. I know a
Hey,
lot
you
of
want to buy some
people.
insurance, Justin?
Shut up. I made $39 working there, which is better than when I was working at IHOP and I only got paid
In
like
total?
$2. Yeah, well, because I was only working 4 hours out of the day, and I worked 1 day a week until they needed me on seasonal. Then I made I made a shit ton of money working there. I
Yeah,
was I was working the black for that 1 week during Black Friday. I got paid
a bunch.
a bunch because I worked 4 days. I worked a full
Mm-hmm.
shift of 8 hours, and
Yeah.
I worked 1 day the week after that, and I got paid almost like $400 for it. To be
Oh,
fair, they weren't starting out the pay rate on, but I was working for
yeah,
GameStop.
yeah.
I knew games, so that was my thing. But
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. I was a little upset that they didn't keep me. I sold 2 Switches and a lot of games, and I was
Yeah.
able to help out somebody. And I don't know why some of the employees there, they were getting frustrated with like the older guy. Like this old guy
Yeah.
came in, and he kind of reminds me of my stepdad,
Mm-hmm.
or my dad. He is from Mexico. He doesn't really understand all that other stuff. I remember one time he got me a game, Grand Theft Auto 3,
Mm-hmm.
but it was for the Xbox. I
Okay.
didn't really have the heart to tell him that that wasn't the system I had for it. So I had to tell my mom in English, tell him in Spanish that I appreciate the game, but it was for the wrong system. He didn't understand. He thought, oh, a game can be played on anything else.
Right.
So he
And I
didn't.
can understand his confusion.
Yeah. So I understand. I'm more patient with them. So an old guy comes in and he's like, "Oh, I'm here for my grandson wants this game thing." I was like, "Okay, a system? Did you want a disc game?" He's like, "I don't know." He wrote down a PlayStation. I was like, "Yes, a PlayStation 4." This is what he's like. Here, does this look like any other ones he's talking about? He's like, "Yes, that one, that one. Yes, it does, that one." He's okay. I go, "I will let you know right now that he doesn't have one, right?" He's like, "No, he doesn't have one." I go, "Okay, he'll need a game to go along with it." He's like, "Really?" Oh, I don't know any of this stuff. I go, "It's perfectly fine. I can walk you through it." I go, "So this console, I go, do you have a price range?" He's like, "He's my only grandkid. I don't. Price is not an issue. I was like, all right. So this one comes with a game automatically with it. Do you know if he has internet? He's like, yes, he has internet. Okay, okay, cool. This game already comes with it. This is a Star Wars game. A lot of people playing it right now. This is a special edition that comes with the game itself, so you don't have to buy him another game with it. And the reason why I recommend him because it came with it already is because I don't know his son. I don't know what he likes. I
Right.
go, and he's like, yeah, and he's talking about this. He's like this game of something night, Forts, a Fortnite. I go Fortnite. I go, yeah, sir, that's free on the PlayStation. He just has to download it. That's why I asked if he had internet. He's like, yeah, that's what he wants. I go, it's free. I go, all he has to do is you don't buy it here. You just download it from the marketplace. I had super
Mm-hmm.
good patience with him. I feel bad because some people are like really upset because he doesn't know what he's talking about. I understand that. That's gonna be me in like 50 years talking
Yeah.
about some weird ass contraption for my grandkid.
Yeah. You're like, I
So
don't know what this thing is or what it does, but it has a weird name.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's a little segue because I never remember that too. And the reason why I was so good at talking about it was because I was recommending
Actually,
games to people.
now that you bring it up, yeah, it's gonna be really confusing for the people who don't know like the differences, especially with like the Xbox, because
Yeah,
they have the Xbox Series X, the Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Xbox One X, Xbox One S, and I can see how that can get a bit confusing.
yeah. And then somebody came in.
Crazy.
They're like, oh, so making it for like the PlayStation, the Pro, play is that a different one? I was like, can I play PlayStation 4 games on the PlayStation Pro? I go, yeah, well, I go, it's just the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro are the same
Mm-hmm.
exact consoles. Just this one is better, 4K imagery, more space, it runs better.
Right.
It's pretty
It's
much
just like the
more.
upgraded
It's
version.
an upgraded version of it. You don't have to worry about it and stuff like that. So I was just super well done. I'm a little upset they didn't keep me, but it's whatever. It was a seasonal
Yeah.
job. You know, it is. It is what it is.
Ham, you need to chill out.
Is your dog freaking out?
No, she's just walking around. So
Oh,
if you hear anything during this, it's my dog walking around.
we have about 10 minutes, so I don't think it matters.
All right.
So okay, so in the end, ports, remaster, remakes. You don't have to buy them if you don't want it.
Yeah. But I mean, they're
Obviously,
nice to have.
yeah, they're nice to have. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't honestly. I have PS2 games that are on the PS4 digitally. Again, Bully was my favorite. I honestly don't see what the big deal is, and I can see why people are like, "Oh, they're just reselling us, the same old games and stuff like that." You can say that about Call of Duty. You can
Yeah.
say that about Assassin's Creed.
Madden.
I mean, Fortnite just
Or literally any 2K game, really.
any basketball game, any sports game, it's the
2K
same
sports
game.
game, yes.
Technically speaking, the Yakuza games are just just fighting, beating up people, just different
I
things.
mean, the stories are different, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. But like the fighting sometimes carries
the
over for
fighting
the.
is, yeah.
But you could say that about a lot of games.
Yes.
Like the Sonic games are just oh, it's Sonic running around. That's just that's
Sonic
still
goes zoom.
that's such a bleak way to look at it. You're looking at it from like
A
that
glass half
standpoint,
empty.
you're not gonna enjoy it. But if you
Yeah.
look at it from our point of view, where it's like I love the Yakuza series. I'm so glad it got ported to the PS4, and I'll
Yeah.
be even ecstatic if they port it to the PS5 if they plan on doing it. If there's a new Yakuza game, there's a new Yakuza game coming out.
Yeah.
It's
And it's in
plays a
English.
different we're gonna play it in Japanese because I don't want I
If there is
now
the Japanese option.
I'm not an elitist, but it just sounds super. There should be. Remember,
I hope there is.
Yakuza
I mean,
7,
Judgment
Yakuza
does have.
7 is barely being ported. It's already out in Japan.
Yeah.
So
So hopefully there's like an option to switch it
yeah,
to
which is not a
Japanese.
big issue. We don't. It's not. But if you look at it from that point of view, you're obviously not going to enjoy the game. If you're
Yeah.
letting that bother you, I mean, what's the point? Games are you're supposed to have fun with the games. If you're so worried about graphics and stuff like that, you're not gonna have a good time. If you're so worried about, oh, they're selling us the same game, blah 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 blah. Yeah, man, don't buy it. There are a bunch of people who are super excited about it. Some people are like, "This was my favorite game when I was growing up. I'm so glad I can take it on the go. I can show my kid. My kids get to see what I grew up with." That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Having fun with your family and having fun with your friends and stuff. Like I was so super happy that they ported the Yakuza series to the PlayStation, so you could play it too. So, and you enjoyed Zero. You were, you know,
I really enjoy Zero.
so and I you're gonna get a kick out of the other games as well because it gets super crazy.
Yeah.
Towards of it, like you were like the kid you just shoot a missile out of the sky with a gun.
Yeah. I was like dumbfounded by that.
Yeah, that one time I showed you Kiwami 2 where I punched the tiger in the head.
Yeah. Or the
Saijima,
bear.
yeah, Saijima fighting the bear, and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I was like, it's gonna get a little weird, and it's super fun. It's super enjoyable, and just remember not to look at it from that point of view. Remember that you don't have to buy every game that comes out. You don't have to worry about any of that other stuff. What other people think. Just because you had the game on a previous console, it doesn't mean that you can't buy it on your current console because something's happening. You know, whether that you had your PS. I have my PS. My PS4 is the day one PS4,
Yeah.
and I've had it since then. And thank the Lord that there has been no issues with it whatsoever because I try to take good care of it.
Yeah.
So at some point, I think on the safe side, at some point I'll probably buy a PlayStation Pro, just so I
Mm-hmm.
can I just have like a brand new PS4 and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But in case there's stuff like that, you expect people to hold on to their GameCube for that long. I mean, obviously, if it got the use that most consoles get out, there might be an issue with it. There might be, obviously not everybody. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people can take real good care of their consoles, but there's some people out there where they had to sell it. It broke. It just got lost when they got older. They're not supposed to carry around a 15-year-old console for the rest of
Yeah.
their life. Sometimes it just, there's no issue. There's an issue with it, and they want to relive the game, want to play the game again. Like me, I'm gonna have to see if I can find another copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day Live in Riola because it was only on the Xbox. Now, if they had ported it to the Xbox One, that'd have been
Right.
fantastic. All I had to do is just, get an Xbox One and find the port of it. There was Rare Replay,
Yes,
but
but I
that was just
mean,
the N64
yeah.
Conker's Bad Fur Day. So there was that.
And I'm pretty sure they changed a couple things about it
Yeah,
to make it not as great as you might remember.
yeah, those were bad. Those days were wild.
Yeah.
But listen, if it's a port, a remake, a remaster, whatever. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But if it brings you joy, buy it again. It's still wrong. There's nothing wrong buying it again. I mean, who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are they to dictate what you're playing? You know what I mean? They will
Yeah.
always do that. There are a bunch of people out there still judging other people, like making fun of kids because they're doing the Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
We're
I mean,
essentially
it's
becoming our
harmless.
parents and making fun of all these other kids. Back when we used to play the Pokemon cards and everything, they used to make fun of us.
Yeah.
So we are reaching the end of the podcast. Playcast. Sorry, it's a podcast. I'm used to doing the one at the school. Any last words? Oh, yeah, let me rephrase that. You got anything else to say before we leave? Sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like a threat. So as of this recording, or as of right now, hopefully by next week we'll get started on the Yakuza 0 LP. Also, you want to do the Avengers as well.
Yes, we'll probably do the Avengers at some point. Maybe alongside Yakuza. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, I already have a schedule going.
Yeah.
I'll run that by you afterwards if you want to double check with everything.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna go to sleep.
Yeah. I'm drinking Bang.
Whatever you say, bro. Which is a bad idea.
It's fine.
Oh.
You're a bad idea.
Anyways, I'm Justin.
Okay.
And Robert, I swear, if you don't say your name, I'm just gonna refer to you as Rupert.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, you want to
No.
And this is Robert, the
Yeah.
real Kusanagi. God, that movie's so dumb.
Shut up.
I will see you next mission. Next mission.
Night.
Oh, my shoulder popped. Oh, I raised my hand.
Oh
in the
no.
air. Ow. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Robert's a closeted weeb.